Hey, how are we all? Welcome back to Football Forum, episode 5. Looking forward to it. Should be good fun. We've got obviously the Premier League weekend coming up. We're going to do a bit of a preview on that, run through some team news, the results I'm expecting from those games, get your guys' feedback. Also, any news you might have on your own teams. It's pretty hard for me to follow everybody, so if you know something I don't, let me know. Peter Natsis, how you doing, mate? First comment. Thanks for being in here. Hope you're doing well, mate. How you doing? Premier League preview. We've got that coming up. Team news, what we're expecting from that. We also had a chat yesterday, and one of you guys suggested that we do a goal of the week and moment of the week. So we're jumping on that. Pete, thanks for liking the stream, mate. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hopefully we get plenty of people buzzing about in here in a minute, mate. It usually takes a few minutes for people to start coming in, and we can get the stuff bantering. Peter Nassis, I want full football back. Yeah, I think we all do, man. That's why I've got this stream booted up. I got sick of sitting at home, going out of my mind, no football. So I'm like, stuff it, I'll boot it up. If it goes well, it goes well. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it's helping me a little bit. Talk to everyone about football. And obviously I'm like having to look into football a bit more in a bigger sense to have things ready for this stream and stuff like that. So that's helping me a little bit, but yeah, definitely keen to get back on the pitch, that's for sure. So if you're in here, you haven't said hello, I can see there's a few people watching. Drop us a hello, like the stream, share the stream. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, all that good stuff. But most importantly, let us know you're here, join in the chat. Peter Nassis, I love it, mate. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate it. It's all about being for you guys. So the more you guys enjoy it, the happier I am. And as I was saying yesterday, the more people we get in here enjoying it, the sort of higher caliber people I can go after for interviews and stuff like that to get them into these chats. So I've got some good ones lined up, yourself included, obviously. And yeah, we'll see how that plays out. So, so what was I saying? Yeah, so after the Premier League preview, we also have the goal of the week, which we sorted out a little bit, but I'll do that again. And the moment of the week from the week before, we'll cover that. Peter Natsis, we need to be here for each other. 100%, man. 100%. And that's a big message I'm going to start pushing on here as well. Don't take things on by yourself. If you're struggling, it is tough times. If you're struggling, reach out. Reach out to a mate, reach out to family, reach out to me. I don't care. I'm here anytime. Reach out to each other. Let's support each other for sure. For sure. Because this COVID thing, the lockdowns, they're doing my head in. And as I'm sure they're doing everyone's head in, mate. But how are you and the family? Are you doing all right? So we'll start off Premier League preview. We'll get cracking into it, and then we'll start to hit up chat as more people start to join. So first game, obviously, Liverpool versus Burnley. I feel a little bit sorry for Burnley because I think Liverpool are going to be in inspired form again this week, coming off their first week 3-0 win against Norwich. I think that'll keep them confident, plus everybody else that's coming in. I think it's all going to work out well for Liverpool. Albert Mambo is now following. Thanks for following me, man. Hope you're doing well. How's things, mate? So for Liverpool, Thiago Alcantara and Jordan Henderson are both expected to be back available again. That's on top of Virgil van Dijk obviously coming back. So I think that's a massive list for them as well. So Richard Randall, hey mate, true that, brother. Rickard, thanks for being in here again, mate. Good to see you. Peter Natsis, too strong for Burnley. Yeah, especially with Alcantara and Henderson coming back in. So Alcantara and Henderson both played in a friendly against Villa last weekend. Played out the match, and they're looking good. They're looking fit. So I'm expecting them to be back into the Liverpool squad. Curtis Jones is obviously supposed to be back as well. The only one that's still missing is Andy Robertson. So they'll still be without him, but they'll just play Costas in that spot again at left back. So a few more here. Peter Nassis, too strong for Burnley. We said that, yep. Chris Gomez, hello mate. Chris, good to see you in here again, mate. Hope you're doing well. Albert Mumbo, miss running around the paddock, to be honest. Mate, I miss being at the pitch, coaching my boys. I miss that. I miss it massively. Peter Nassis, Alcantara is a passing machine. 100%. It's only going to make them that much better. I feel really sorry for Burnley. They're getting a sort of upgraded Liverpool from last week, and that Liverpool won quite comfortably. So against a team that I think is better than Burnley. So I think this is going to be a comfortable game for Liverpool. Burnley are coming in without Dale Stephens and Kevin Long because they're still coming back from their surgeries. Aside from that, though, they should still have a full side from week one that they had. I think Liverpool are going to win 3-1. Burnley can make it tough. They have got goals in them, so I'm going to give them one. But Liverpool 3-1, I think is a comfortable win for Liverpool. I don't think we're going to expect too many surprises in that game. Could be wrong, but I'll be very surprised. Game 2, we've got City versus Norwich. City again will be without Phil Foden, which will be a massive concern for them. If you haven't watched City from their pre-season loss to Leicester, and then their loss to Tottenham, they're not playing badly. They just don't have an attacking outlet to score the goals. Phil Foden would go a long way towards helping that. He's out again. Other than that, majority of the squad from week one should be back, as well as Kevin De Bruyne are expected to be back to full fitness. With that, Walker Stones and Zinchenko are all expected to come back into the team as well. So I think that will make City better. But yeah, it's that attacking end. Maybe De Bruyne goes some way towards helping there. Well, he definitely will. But the final product is definitely missing for City at the moment. They need to get a striker in, and they need to get one in quick. Norwich will be missing Sam Byram, Ono Hernandez, Jordan Hugill, and Placheta, all out because of COVID isolation rules. Aside from that, pretty much the team from week one is pretty much available for Norwich. Gilmore, I think, will stay in that midfield. Peter Nat says, sorry, I missed who Man City have. So coming back for Man City is Kevin De Bruyne, Walker, Stones, and Zinchenko are all coming back into the squad. Mostly defenders, which isn't City's problem at the moment. They need goal scorers. Phil Foden's out. He's not expected to play. That'll be a big miss for them, given that goals is what they're after, and Phil Foden definitely has a cheeky goal in him. So, like I was saying, De Bruyne will go some way towards fixing that, but without that striker up top, I think they will still struggle. So as I was saying, Norwich, Sam Byram, Ono Hernandez, Jordan Hugill and Placheta are all doubts with the COVID isolation rules. Apart from that, most of the week one squad will be available for Norwich. Gilmore, I reckon, will stay in that midfield role. He played very well in week one, despite the scoreline. I think he'll still kick around in there and do his thing. I do think City will win this game, though. I think they'll win it 2-1, even with all their problems. But we'll see. Peter Natsis, they need Kane. They do, but they also need to make a decision. If they're not going to get him, they need to get someone else, and they need to get him soon. There's not long left in the window, so they've got to make a move. Lewandowski's saying he wants a move. Liam was saying that on a stream yesterday. I was a bit surprised to hear it. I've looked into it a bit more, and yeah, he's keen to move. And ridiculously, he will be cheaper than Harry Kane. Insanity, if you ask me. So if City go after him, they're getting cheaper than Harry Kane for someone who's as good, if not better, in my opinion. Who knows? So that's an option there. But yeah, I think City will win that game. I think it'll be tough because they don't have that scoring outlet, but they will win that game. We've got Villa versus Newcastle. This has the potential to be a shocking game or a great game. It's an interesting one. Villa go into the game without Trezeguet and without Morgan Sanson again. However, Douglas Luiz should be back in the fold for them. And Ollie Watkins is getting closer to fitness. He could be on the bench, but he's 50-50. Bertrand Traore also picked up a hamstring injury for them last weekend when they played Liverpool in a behind closed doors game. So he's a major doubt for the game as well, which will be a big blow to them. Newcastle, they still miss Dubravka and Paul Dummett. Carl Darlow's also unlikely to feature because he's actually got COVID. He's recovering from that. Jamal Lascelles is expected to be fit enough to make his way back into the starting 11. That will be a big boost for Newcastle. And Wilcock is officially registered to play. They didn't get him registered in time to play week 1. They have got him registered now, so I'd expect him to come back into that lineup as well. And I think Newcastle will go out to win 3-2. I think they'll come out to win that game 3-2. I think it's going to be close, but they showed a lot of energy last week. And I think they'll come out and win that game. Because Villa are obviously still working out life post Jack Grealish, which is not fun for them at the moment. So I'm going to give that Newcastle 3-2. You guys let me know what you think. Palace Brentford. This game I'm looking forward to be honest. Palace were shocking in week 1. I don't know if you guys have watched the game or seen the highlights or anything like that. From Palace's perspective, there probably isn't any highlights from that game apart from the final whistle. But Brentford will come in absolutely buzzing. First game in the Premier League, bang on win against a team like Arsenal. And they get to come up against a Palace team that was lackluster at best last week. So I can't see that going well. Dushko, how are we, boys? How are you doing, Dushko? Good to see you in here, mate. Hope you're doing well. So Palace will be looking forward to having Gallagher back in their lineup because Gallagher couldn't play in week 1. He was ineligible because he's on loan from Chelsea, so he can't play against his parent club. So I look forward to having him in. He'll add a lot of energy. He's a quality player. Joachim Andersen, Christian Benteke are also expected to be back in the starting 11 now. They came on off the bench last week because they weren't quite back to full match fitness, but they're expected to come in ready to go. Luka Milivejic's involvement is uncertain. He has some personal issues going on apparently. And Eberechi Eze, Michael Elise and Nathan Ferguson will all remain in treatment and not able to play. So probably not going to be ideal for them in terms of the lineup. But Gallagher coming back in, Joachim Andersen and Christian Benteke, they are all quality inclusions and will add a little bit of spice to a team that lacked that last week. Peter Nassis, just go, how are you, mate? Peter Nassis, my friend Jimmy is in the house. Say hi, Jimmy. Edward McCullum, come on the Celtic. We have the man from Japan. You certainly do, Ed. And Brett Longley hasn't shut up about him, mate. He hasn't shut up about him. Brett Longley is raving on about Kyogo. And I don't blame him. I do not blame him. The boy is a monster. Richard, Watford are a good dark horse if they round of the round. They are 5-1 odds to beat Brighton, which I think is a steal. I'll get to that game in a minute. So Brentford will be hoping that Christoph Ayer will be available. He took a knock last week. It looks like he will be available. He should be good to play, but he did take a knock, so I'm not 100% sure on that. Jimmy Christo, hello gents. Jimmy, how are you, mate? Thanks for joining. I'm guessing you're Pete's, mate. Good to have you in here, mate. Thank you for coming along. Christopher Ayer should be available. Josh Da Silva and Matthias Jensen are expected to remain out, which isn't great for Brentford, but they weren't in last week. They still got a good result. Aside from that, Brentford should pretty much go in with the same squad from last week and look to back that result up against Palace. So I'm going to go for a Brentford win. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Brentford win, and I'm going to say Ivan Toney's going to score the goal. You guys let me know what you reckon. I'm going to go for a Brentford 6-point start to the season. That should be good. Jimmy Christo, Peter Nassis and the boss from Oz. Jimmy Christo, cheers mate, you're welcome Jimmy, thanks for coming in. So if you're in here and you haven't said hello, please do. I can see there's people watching, I can't see who you are. Say hello, let me know you're about. Drop us a like, share if you're on YouTube, subscribe, all that good stuff. But the most important thing, say hello in the chat, let me know you're here. I want you guys to be part of this show with me. So Eddie McCullum Sr., Celtic playing Ange Ball. Do you know what? He's impressing so far, isn't he? You can't argue that. He is impressing so far. Stefan Otto, yo. Stefan Mourinho, how are you doing, mate? Good to see you in here again. Hope you're well. Next game we've got Leeds versus Everton. So for Leeds, Diego Llorente is still at least a week away from featuring from the club. Dushko, scoreline for Arsenal versus Chelsea. We're getting to that, Dushko. It's on here, mate. Trust me. Peter Nat says Celtic to win the league. Do you know what? I'm starting to believe. Pete. I'm starting to believe that they're going to be a shout for sure. So yeah, for Leeds, Diego Llorente still at least a week away from featuring for the club. Calvin Phillips is expected to be back into the starting 11 though, a massive inclusion for Leeds. I think if you played against United, it would have made a big difference. I still think United go on and win that game, but not 5-1. Calvin Phillips makes a massive difference. He's been underrated for ages. I'm glad he got the games for England because he's sort of been brought to the forefront and people have seen what he can do. So that's a massive inclusion for Leeds, a massive boost. Aside from that, everything else for Leeds seems unchanged in terms of injuries, so they should be pretty much close to full strength with regards to what they had last week to this week. Jared Braithwaite, Moise Keane, James Rodriguez and Andre Gomez are all missing for Everton. Andre Gomez is the only one missing through actual injury. The rest of them are missing through COVID isolation rules. Other than that, week 1 team for Everton's good to go. And I think based on what they've done against Southampton last week, I think Everton come in and beat Leeds 3-1 simply because Leeds have that suspect defence and Everton have Richarlison and Dominic Calvert-Lewin who can both score goals. Dushko, Rangers too good, Edward McCullum Sr. Edward McCullum Sr. F off Dushko. You're on acid, mate. That's the stuff I love to see, boys. A good bit of banter. It's a good laugh. So yeah, Everton 3-1 to beat Leeds, in my humble opinion. Again, on all of these, give us your feedback. Let me know what you're thinking. Next game, Brighton-Watford. So Brighton will come into this game missing Danny Welbeck and Tariq Lamptey. Two big misses for them there. They've both got hamstring injuries. Dan Burn and Moise Caicedo are also going to be missing. But Aaron Connolly and Percy Tau are doubtful. They're not out, but they're doubtful. So they could make the squad. We'll see. Joel Veltman is expected to return, and I would imagine he will be straight back into the starting 11. So that could be a good one for Brighton. For Watford, their new signing, they'll be absolutely gutted. Juraj Kaka, he's sidelined for possibly 3 months. He got a leg injury in the win against Villa. I don't know if any of you have seen it, but it looks like it's going to be a long-term thing. An absolute punch in the guts for Watford. João Pedro and Josh King are also ruled out, which is not ideal for them. Both have injuries. But Kiko Firmino and Dominguez Quina have been training, and they could make the matchday squad. I don't think they'll start, but they could be in that matchday squad. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw on this one. I think this will be a 2-2 draw. I think there'll be goals, but I don't think there'll be a winner. Dushko, Hibernian have a better chance at winning the lead. Edward McCullum Sr. Oi, Dushko. Talk about poking the bear, mate. Oh my days. So, Southampton versus United. Southampton fans will be very happy to hear that James Ward-Prowse has signed a 5-year extension with the club. There was a bit of interest in him from other clubs, but he has signed that extension to stay with Southampton, which is fantastic for them. For United, Rafael Varane is expected to start the game from the bench, but he is expected to be in the squad. Again, that'll be a massive lift for United. There are questions whether Lingard's going to stay at the club for you United fans. I know there's a couple of you in here. So Lingard seeking assurances over his playing time. I don't think he's going to get it. He's unfortunate because he's had a killer season at West Ham. You can't argue that. But at the same time, if Pogba and Fernandes are going to keep doing their thing, he's going to struggle for a position. If Greenwood keeps doing his thing, like that, if United keep playing the way they played last week, there's no reason to change it. Is pretty much what I'm trying to say. So I don't know how Lingard squeezes in. He wants assurances over his playing time. I don't think he'll get it. He'll probably look to leave. Not a big deal. In terms of game day squads, both teams seem to be pretty much unchanged from week 1. And for that reason, I'm going to go for a United 3-0 win. I thought Southampton fell apart pretty poorly against Everton. United were obviously in absolute dominant form. United win 3-0. Ebert McCullum Senior, Dushko. That's like calling you a Chelsea fan. Don't be it. Dushko, don't think there is a spot for Lingard in the starting 11, maybe cup games. Yeah, and I don't think cup games are going to be enough for him, Dushko. And he's in an unfortunate position. So, from my point of view, I think Lingard has the right to say, I should be playing more based on what I done last season. He did play very well last season, but he's also in a very strong squad. So, I just feel really unfortunate for him. I feel he's a bit unlucky. If you look at United and how they were going a couple of seasons ago, he slots straight in. But yeah, based on how United are looking at the moment, I think he's just unlucky. I think he will look to move, and I can't really see why United would want to hang on to him, to be honest. Next game, where were we up to? Wolves Spurs. This is going to be an interesting game. So obviously this is the first time Wolves are playing against their old manager. So that's another awesome story unfolding here. They're expecting to come into this game relatively unchanged from week one. There's no really new injury concerns or anything from last week. In fact, on the opposite side of that, positive news for Wolves fans is that Raul Jimenez has actually started training with the squad again, and looking to get back onto the game day squad after his fractured skull that he received last year against Arsenal in November, if you guys saw that or remembered that or whatever. So that'll be a big lift for the team. That's the sort of feel-good feeling they'll be needing going into this game. And hopefully we see him back on the pitch soon, because you don't want to see players ruled out of football with injuries like that. It was a bit of a concerning one. But yeah, he's back training and he's pretty keen to get back out on the pitch. So I don't think that'll happen this weekend, but it'll be a good lift for the squad. Tottenham, however, Stefan Mourinho, you're still about. Tottenham seem to be all over the place at the minute. The Harry Kane saga is obviously still going on. It's all over the place. Like I said yesterday, he didn't travel with the squad to Portugal. They've gone there and lost 1-0 after beating City. And Santo has even come out and said that that's a loss that's really impacted the squad's mood, which doesn't sound positive going into a game. And with everything going on around Tottenham at the minute, you think Wolves will fancy their chances. Yeah, it's not good for Tottenham. I do think that Heung-min Son will pull something out for them and they will go on and win 2-1. But I'm not 100% confident in that. And I think Wolves will come into this game knowing that Tottenham aren't at their best. They're not exactly confident. And they'll take the game to Tottenham. Absolutely no doubt about it. Dushko, you think Jimenez will be as dominant in the air as he was before his injury? It's hard to say on that one, Dushko, because it all comes down to mentality. But yeah, I do. I think that he will come back and be as good as he was in the air before. But like I said, when it comes down to mentality, I don't know him well enough to be able to comment on whether he's got that mental strength just to go into a challenge. We don't know. I think we'll find out pretty quickly. I think the first few games we'll see if he's flying through the air for that ball. You know he's back at it. If he's sort of pulling out and ducking, then there's obviously a little bit of concern still lingering there for him. So Stefan Otto, or Stefan Mourinho as I call him, I see a draw. Yeah, I could see a draw as well. Jimmy, were Football at full strength this morning? No, mate, they weren't. I'm assuming you're talking about the game they lost 1-0 in Portugal. They wouldn't, definitely not at full strength. They played a significantly weakened side, but they still put out a side that should be winning that game. And I think even the staunchest of Tottenham fans would agree that the side out there still should have won the game. And like I said, for the manager to come out and say that loss has really affected the squad's mood, that's not exactly sending positive signals across, is it? So we'll see. The one Dushko was waiting for, Arsenal-Chelsea. I am so pumped for this game. I am so keen for this game. So Arsenal have got Odegaard and Ramsdale signings over the line. The question now is whether they can get them registered in time to play against Chelsea. Basically hoping that they'll strengthen the team from the team that lost to Brentford. Chelsea, however, on the flip side, will be very, very confident. They've played very well against Palace. never looked in doubt there. Very, very good, strong outing against Palace. And then we've also got the news that N'Golo Kanté has been back in training. He's back. He's expected to be back in the starting 11. He missed week 1 through a minor injury. It was more of a precaution than an actual injury. He was feeling a little bit sore, so they just decided not to risk him, given how long the season is. But he's expected to be back in the team. That's massive, absolutely massive. I think any team in the world would love to have N'Golo Kanté running around in midfield. And then obviously Romelu Lukaku is expected to make his first start against Arsenal since he's re-signed for Chelsea. And I think that's going to be a massive improvement as well. So I think Chelsea coming off of a very good, strong performance. You add Lukaku in there, you add N'Golo Kanté back in there. I don't see this going well for Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal are going to do well at all. I think given their performance last week, Chelsea's performance last week, Lukaku coming in, Kante coming in, I think Chelsea win 3-1. I think they win comfortably. Arsenal can definitely get goals, but yeah, I can't see them going too well, especially if Odegaard and Ramsdale don't get registered in time. If it's that same squad that played against Brentford, their confidence is going to be down. Chelsea's confidence is going to be flying off of that performance and the guys coming in. I think Arsenal will lose this one. I think they lose it comfortably. And then West Ham Leicester. I actually think this could end up being game of the week, guys. So West Ham Leicester, if I'm not mistaken, is actually being played on the Tuesday for us in Australia. This has got the potential to be an absolute cracker. Based on how the two teams went last week, the squads, all that sort of stuff, this game could easily turn into game of the week. I expect this to be a very exciting game. Leicester will be happy to hear Harvey Barnes has extended his contract to the end of 2025. Vardy's goal last week, for those of you that's seen it, absolute belter. That will fill him with confidence, and a confident Vardy is a problem for anybody. So I think Leicester will come into this game absolutely pumped. West Ham are not going to be too concerned themselves either. They put in a very good battling display against Newcastle, went down twice, come back to win 4-2. Antonio up top, absolute machine. It's both squads, I reckon, are going to be largely unchanged. I can't see too many changes happening there. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a cracking game. I'm going to say West Ham to win 2-1. But it really could go either way, and I really think this is going to be a really good game of football. So you guys let me know what your thoughts. Talk to me about the games you're thinking of watching. Let's hear from you guys. Dushko, buzzing to watch this game. I'm pumped. Dushko, obviously with the underdogs, but there's always a chance. In the Premier League, mate, anyone can beat anyone on any given week. But for the reasons I just outlined before, I don't think Arsenal are going to go too well, mate. I think it's going to be an absolute breeze for Chelsea. Dare I say it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's a close game. I still want us to win, obviously, but I hope it's a close game. It's a competitive game. It's a good game to watch. But yeah, I think Chelsea at the moment, they look right up for it, and Arsenal don't. So yeah, we'll see. So anyone in the chat, if you haven't said hello, say hello. Let me know you're here. It's nice to know who's watching and to say hello to you and see how you're going. If you haven't already liked the stream and you're in here, give us a like. If you're on YouTube, give us a subscribe, follow the pages, all that good stuff. In the description, there is a link that takes you to all of our social pages, YouTube, Facebook. I've just made a Discord. It's empty at the moment. So I've got to do some work there. I literally just made it before I started the stream. So there'll be a Discord as well. Takes you to our Twitch. And it also takes you, if you want to support the stream, there's a Football Forum donation link in there as well. You can go to that, support the stream there. All the money goes back into getting gear to make the stream better, getting stuff for giveaways and stuff like that. It all goes back into the stream. So yeah, if you want to do that, the link's in the description. If you can't see it, let me know and I'll copy it and I'll throw it up in the chat. I can only throw it in the Facebook chat. I can't throw it on the YouTube chat. But let me know if you can't see that link. Let me know. Zane, good to see you, my man. How are you doing? Let me know how you're going, mate. Hope you're doing well. Jack, hey baby, love you. How are you? Enjoying the spa? Eddie McCallum Senior, as I said before, Rodgers will be next Arsenal manager. Eddie, I think you're in with a decent shout there, mate. They're obviously still going to be keen on Eddie Howe, I think. But Rodgers is definitely not a bad option. Richard Randall, Sunderland got relegated the year they beat Chelsea at the Bridge and stopped Chelsea's home record run. Why would you say things like this to me, Richard? They did. I remember that. I remember that well. They did. So what you're saying, Richard, is if Arsenal beats Chelsea, they're getting relegated this year. Is that what we're saying? We'll see. We'll see. Dushko, why would Rodgers join this shipwreck when Leicester is flying? I mean, that's a good point too, Dushko. That's a good point too. To be honest, if I was at Leicester and I was offered to go to Arsenal, I'd stay at Leicester. Not because I don't like Arsenal. I just think Leicester looks like the better job to be in at the moment. I think if you're looking at the point of perspective of the support you're going to get from your owners, I think Leicester way above Arsenal in terms of that. If I'm a manager looking for a club where I feel like I'm going to get good support, I'm staying at Leicester. I'm not going to Arsenal. So yeah, they're good points, Dushko. They are good points. Edward McCullough Sr., Richard Randall, the Arsenal fan. Oh my God. Dushko, step down, I reckon, and I'm Arsenal through and through. Yeah, no, I think Dushko, like I said, from a manager's point of view, if you're looking at support from the owners, performance of the team, especially the last 5 years, I think Arsenal haven't finished in the top 4 for the last 5 years or something, so they're not doing well. Yeah, I can see what you're saying, Dushko. It does seem like a step down. However, if you're a manager that wants a challenge and to show what you're worth, maybe it's a project you want to take on. If you can turn that club around, historically Arsenal's a much bigger club. If you can turn that around, it looks pretty damn good on your resume as well. So, Richard Randall with the winky faces, wink wink. I'll leave you and Eddie to battle that one out. We also got the request for goal of the week from Tony yesterday. Goal of the week for me, I did say this before in a previous stream, definitely Ayling's goal for Leeds. Absolute screamer against United. But you know what? I'm open to hearing from you guys as well. I actually think Dominic Calvert-Lewin's diving header, close second. I'd love seeing a diving header. Jamie Vardy's goal, right up there. Very difficult goal to score, that one. And Trevor Chalobah's goal. I'm going to give the moment of the week, or the outstanding moment of the week, to Trevor Chalobah for his goal against Palace on his debut, but more for the reaction after the goal of how much it meant to him, tearing up, falling to his knees. To see players that still have that love for their club is amazing. In a day and age where everyone's complaining about how these are big money players, they don't have the passion for the club, the loyalty's gone, rah, rah, rah. To see these young boys come through the academy, he's been at Chelsea since he's 8 years old. He's come into that senior team, especially at Chelsea where we've had a lot of flack before for not giving our young players a chance. To come into that senior team, score that goal and see how much it means to him was absolutely awesome. So for me, that was the moment of the week in the Premier League. But let us know yours, guys. Goal of the week, moment of the week in the Premier League, let me know. Dushko, remembering the glory days of having the piss taken out of us for finishing 4th all the time. Yeah, that was a long-running joke. I've still got a meme on my phone of Arsene Wenger on his sort of crouched down and it looks like the number 4. Yeah, I bet Arsenal fans are missing those days now. I bet they look back on the stadium with all the Arsene Wenger out signs, and I'm sure they're having a few regrets on that one now. Jimmy, at least they have spent money, unlike Liverpool. Is that Liverpool or Leicester? Jimmy? LFC? I'm guessing Liverpool. Richard Randall, Alonso top bins and left keeper stunned. Yeah, cracking free kick, Rick. Absolutely cracking free kick. Alonso from that range, on that right side of the penalty box, I wouldn't want to be any keeper in the world waiting for that to come in. Yeah, Liverpool. Yeah, look. Yeah. I'm not amazed. I'm not amazed by Liverpool's ownership either, to be fair, Jimmy. They've done well. They've got Klopp in. Klopp's doing an amazing job. I'm not saying they're not good. But, again, when you look at... I think Leicester's owners are widely recognised as being really good owners, really supportive of the club. A lot of clubs would absolutely love to have owners like that. I'm blessed to be a part of a club where the owner is absolutely in love with the club. So that's awesome for me. I'm very happy with our owner. He winds me up sometimes with his policies, and I don't agree with everything he does, but I can't deny he loves the club. It's club first, and there's very few clubs in the league that can say that, I think. So, Jackie Mitchell, thanks for liking this stream. Hope you're doing well. So I think a lot of clubs would love to have owners like Leicester. As much as they take the piss out of Chelsea for it, I'm sure a lot of clubs would love to have an owner like Roman Abramovich in charge. There's just not many that do. So, Eddie McCallum, Arsenal should be a top 4 club. Leicester are a bottom 6 of league, all due to Rodgers. I don't know if Leicester are bottom 6 without Rodgers, to be fair. I mean, Vardy's getting old, so that plays its part. But I think Leicester still have a good enough squad to still be mid to higher table without Rodgers. He's definitely a massive reason for him being up there, but I don't know if they go to bottom 6 without him. I don't know about that. Chris Gomez, Arsenal Fan TV is awesome as ever. Isn't it? Do you know what I would love to do? I was thinking about this today, actually. You guys let me know what you think. If we can get enough followers on here, I'd love to hit up like Troops or someone and try and get them on here. That'd be magic. I think we'd have to have a fair amount of followers to entice him to come on, there's a bit of incentive for him to be here, but I'd love to have someone like that on here. That would be magic. Absolute magic. That'd be awesome. But Arsenal Fan TV, it's especially the last 5-6 years, it's the show that never disappoints, unless you're an Arsenal fan, and then you're probably not enjoying it too much. But yeah, no, it's a crack up. Actually, I'd say I'm sure there's Arsenal fans out there that still find it hilarious. Dushko, Arsenal Fan TV, does it get you giggling or what? 2 seconds, guys. I'm going to crack me a drink. Ooh, that was loud. Sorry. Dushko, AFTV is hot garbage. I think you're in the minority there, mate. I think most people here love it. Richard Randall, Claudio won the league with a team worse than Rodgers currently has. Case in point. Although I've got a bit of love for Ranieri. I think he's a good manager as well. So, yeah. But yeah, case in point, it's not all Rodgers. They do have a decent squad. Having said that though, Rick, that was when Vardy was peak Vardy. Peak. Vardy was having a party. He was smashing. So, I don't think we'll see another season like that from Vardy. But, like I said, I don't think they're a bottom 6 team without Rodgers at all. I think that's a bit of a stretch. So, yeah, anyway. So that's the Premier League preview. That's my goal of the week. That's my moment of the week. What else do we want to talk about? I need you guys to give me a dream team theme. So for next week. So start giving me some ideas. So Monday, I can come on, announce our dream team theme, and we can get that pumping again. If there's any other segments or ideas you guys have got, let me know. You can pop it in the chat. You can send me a message. But yeah, I want to build this show around what you guys want to see. There's no point in me just throwing out things I want to do if no one else is interested. So segments you're keen on, ideas you're keen on, whatever it is, throw it in the chat, send it to me in a message, whatever it might be, and we'll keep building this show around what you guys want. That's what this is all about. So we can keep growing this community, get people in here, have a laugh, get the banter going, and that's what we're here for. So it's good to see. What has been awesome about this stream so far is almost every night that I stream, there's different faces in here. So there's a couple of consistent guys, but there's also a lot of new people coming in every stream, which is really good to see. And I'm really loving that support and seeing all these different people involved. That's amazing. I'm loving it, guys. Thank you very much. On that note, if you're looking at this and you're not saying hello, say hello. I like to know who's involved. It's just nice to know when we've got new faces in here, when we've got people coming back. Both are good signs. Both are good signs that we're doing something right. So please say hello. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And keep being involved. I'm absolutely loving having you here. Dushko, have you thought about making a fantasy Prem League for this page? Might be a bit of fun, get the audience involved. yeah, I mean, maybe we can do. So Dushko, maybe we could do something like I'll boot up a fantasy Premier team. We'll call it Football Forum or something, and then you guys can. I can put up polls for positions, and you guys can vote. And whoever gets the highest amount of votes gets that position for goalkeeper, left back, right back. Is that what you mean? Something like that, where you guys are voting on who we get in the team. Richard Randall, Dream Team theme, flop team of the week. Actually, that could be fun. That could be fun. Let me know what you guys reckon. If flop team of the week, that could be a good laugh. So like a worst players of the week or worst divers of the week or something like that. That could be a good laugh, Rick. I like that. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a crack up. That's a good one. So there are two good ideas there, guys. So keep that sort of stuff coming. And please make a point of saying hello when you come in here. It makes a massive difference. Even if you're not necessarily football orientated, you're just here to support me. Please say hello. It's nice to know you're here. And yeah, that's all good. So also it'd be good to know, can you guys see the link in the description? Let me know if you can see it. If not, I'll have to work something out for that. But basically the idea is that one link takes you to a page that gives you all of our links for all of our socials, for supporting the page, and all that stuff. So if you can see that link, perfect, that's good. Let us know. Bago Player, hello, loving the stream, bro, great insights. I'm guessing that's Evan. Really good to see you, man. I'm missing you, bro. I hope you're doing well. How have you been? You doing all right? Dushko was thinking we all make individual teams and high scorer gets a bit of a fame on the page of the week, but your take works too. Maybe we can do both, Dushko. Maybe we can have a combined football forum team, and then maybe we can have a little football fantasy Premier League for us as well. That's a decent idea. We can do both maybe. Ed McCullum, great show, Dean. Going to have dinner now. Cheers, mate. Enjoy your dinner, mate. What are you having, Eddie? I'm getting peckish myself, actually. We might have to keep this one short tonight. I'm getting a bit hungry. But yeah, so maybe we can run both, Dushko. So if you're in here and you'd be keen on joining a Fantasy Premier League, let us know. And I'll get it booted up as quickly as I can so we can make the most of the season. Yeah, and maybe we can run with both of those. Have I missed anything else? I think we're all up to date there. Yeah, no, we're all caught up there, so that's good. Yeah, so like I said, if someone can let me know if you can see that description, the link in the description, that'd be awesome as well. Jack Lockwood liked the stream. Thanks for liking the stream, Jack. Good man. Good to see you in here again. Welcome back. How you doing, mate? You doing all right? And then, here's a good idea. I've just had another idea. So what we'll do, who do you think will be player of the week this week? Putting it out to you guys. I'll give you my opinion soon. Let me know who you reckon. Player of the week this week coming up. Richard Randall, Bago Evans, Pakenham Greek demigod. He was a star, man. Yeah, one of the best young players I've seen in this country. It's a shame you stopped playing, Evan. Chris Gomez, are we still up for tomorrow night at midnight? I believe so, Chris. Give me 2 seconds. Let me have a look at the fixtures and see if there's going to be a cracking game to enjoy. Give me a moment. Bear with me, chat. Where are we at? So midnight, we're going to have to play a vote here as to what you guys want to watch as well. We've got City Norwich, we've got Villa Newcastle, we've got Palace Brentford, and we've got Leeds Everton. So I might pop that in the Facebook chat. So unfortunately, you probably won't be able to see this on YouTube. I'm not too sure. I'll write this in the Facebook chat. You guys let me know what one you're up for. So City versus Norwich. Villa versus Toon. Palace Brentford. Leeds. So there's our midnight options, guys. You guys let me know which one you'd prefer, but I mean, I'll probably be up watching a game anyway, so I'm more than happy to throw this on and watch it with you guys. Yeah, City or Leeds. I think Leeds Everton's going to be a good game. I'm personally pretty keen on that, but I'm happy to do whatever you guys want to do. Kieran Dover, Dino, how you doing, Kieran? Thanks for coming in again, man. It's good to see you again. Yeah, so they're the games we got. City Norwich, Villa Toon, Palace Brentford, Leeds Everton, midnight tomorrow. I'm happy to throw this on, man. I've got no problems with that. Chris Gomez liked the stream. Thanks for liking the stream, Chris. Good on you, mate. Thank you very much. I also saw you shared a post, so thanks for doing that, Chris. Kieran's liked the stream. Thank you, Kieran. Appreciate it, mate. How you doing? Dushko, Mo Salah for Player of the Week. Dushko, very decent shout. I think they're going to have it's going to be a good game for him to step up for sure. It's going to be a good game for him to run riot. So yeah, no, that's a decent shout. Who else have we got, guys? Player of the Week for this week coming up. Who do you reckon? Pardon me. But yeah, I'm happy to do that midnight stream tomorrow if you guys want to do that. That's cool. It looks like it'll probably be Leeds Everton at this point, unless someone else has got something else they want to watch. Give us your feedback. Kieran, seeing as you just joined, any ideas on like segments and stuff you want to see on the show, let me know. We're looking for a theme for next week for our Dream Team theme. So Richard Randall suggested one that was quite decent, which was like flop team of the week, so like worst players of the week. That could be good fun as well. But yeah, anything around that, let me know, and just let me know how you're doing, mate. Hope you're doing well. Chris, I will also be watching the Derby game at midnight at the same time. You can keep us posted on that one, mate. That'll be good. Who's Derby playing this week? I should know that, really. I'll tell you what, for you, Chris, I'm going to start making a bit more of an effort on the championship as well. So, Kieran Dover, sexiest players of the week. Mate, a sexy player dream team could be good fun. Could be very good fun. We could make that happen at some point. It'd be interesting to see some of the inclusions. Original Ronaldo. That haircut. Ooh, watch out, ladies. That does, yeah, just for a laugh now, who's the sexiest player of all time? What do you guys reckon? Kieran, you can't nominate yourself. Back to multi-stream, otherwise I miss things. Give me a sec. Christopher FC, hello Christopher. Hello, mate. Glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in, mate. Get involved. Jump in the chat, mate. Stay part of this. This is awesome to see you in here. Richard Randall, Lukaku, perfect hat-trick hero player of the week. I think if Lukaku gets a perfect hat-trick, you can probably make an argument that he'll be player of the week, to be fair. And it's not beyond doubt. Chris Gomez, Middlesbrough. So Derby Middlesbrough, that would be a decent game. I've got Middlesbrough as potential to go up, so it'll be a good show to see where Derby are going to sit, I think. So Kieran Dover, David Beckham. I think a lot of people are going to go with Beckham. He's definitely as well known for modelling as he is for football, isn't he? So Dushko, Van Dijk, easily. The Liverpool fans are going to be creaming over you, Dushko. Christopher FC, thoughts on Liverpool winning the Premier League this season? I think they will, Chris. I've actually got Liverpool as favourites, United as a close second, Chelsea third, City fourth. That's where I reckon it's going to play out. But let's hear your top four, Christopher. Richard Randall, Derby had a good away win against Hull. They did. Surprisingly, I'm saying surprisingly because with everything that's been going on for them pre-season and last year, I was a bit surprised they went out and won that game. But new season, let's see how they go. Bago player, Dean, is in I'm the sexiest player, Evan. Is that what you're saying, mate? Chris Gomez, Beckham, yeah, he's going to be a popular vote. He's always going to be included, isn't he? So, Christopher FC, I like the way you think. Thank you, mate. I can be honest. I'm diehard Chelsea all the way through, but I'm also a pretty honest football fan. I know where we're at and where people are at, and I'm not going to say we're nailed on favourites when I don't think we are. So, yeah, but let's hear your top four. Evan, give us your top four as well if you're following the league at all, or maybe you're following the Greek league. Give us top four there. You let me know. Yeah, so another update I forgot. So if you're wanting to watch this on Twitch, or if you're on Twitch and you manage to see this or whatever it might be, I'm still having technical issues getting Twitch started up. I'm not too sure what the problem is. The Twitch is linking to my streaming program, so it looks like it's going to work. And then when I go to boot up the live, it just, for some reason, it doesn't want Twitch to be involved. So I'm working that out. I'm real sorry. I know there's some guys that are pretty keen on jumping on and want to follow us through Twitch. I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't know what the problem is. I've sent off a ticket to the support team. Hopefully we can get that resolved ASAP. But yeah, for some reason Twitch is just being an absolute nightmare, which is a shame because it's a very good platform. So Chris Gomez, Forest still don't have a point. It's coming, mate. It's coming. Don't worry. It's coming. It's a long old season, especially the championship. Richard Randall, Ozil for sexiest player. I mean, I know you're trying to be funny, but my days, man, that's like saying, like, was it Tevez at City? Yeah, nah, not having that. Not having that. Dear. Ozil. Dushko, logging off for now. Take care, Dino. See you tomorrow night. See you, Dushko. I'll probably head off soon. I am absolutely starving, so I won't be here too much longer, I don't think, but we'll see. See how the chat goes. Have a good night, mate. See you soon. Christopher, I think we're going to have a great title race. Yeah, I think you are, mate. I think you're back to full strength. You've got players coming in. The only player you're really missing now is Robertson. And I think you'll get by just fine without him for the meantime. Obviously, he's absolute quality and you'll be rapt to have him back in the team. But, you know, Van Dijk's back. Gomez is back. Alcantara coming back in. I think you guys absolute smash. You missed my preview for your game, Chris, so I'll go back over it for you. So obviously you guys are playing Burnley this week. So for Liverpool, Thiago Alcantara and Jordan Henderson are both expected to be back in the team. That's on top of obviously Van Dijk and Gomez coming in. So so both those guys, Henderson and Alcantara, played a friendly against Villa last weekend and they played out the game. So they're expected to be back in the team. Curtis Jones is also supposed to be back as well. So really, the like I said, the only guy you're missing from this week on at the moment is Robertson. And when you look at what Liverpool did when they had their full-strength squad a couple of seasons ago, they smashed. They absolutely smashed. So I think they're going to be very tough to beat. Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. But I've got you down as favourites at the moment. I think it'll be close. I don't think anyone's going to run away with it this year. I think Chelsea can put pressure on. I think United are definitely going to put pressure on. And City, if they get this striker situation sorted out soon, will also put pressure on. If they don't get it resolved quickly and they fall behind a little bit, they're going to have some work to do. Because I think if one or two teams pull away, I don't think it's going to be easy to reel teams back in, to be honest. Injuries and stuff preventing, obviously. But yeah, I think Liverpool will be favourites. Christoph, a very fair point. I think people are underestimating us. 100%, mate. 100%. All you got to do is look back a couple of years ago when you guys won the league with pretty much the same team you got now. The only reason you guys didn't compete as well last year is because you missed your whole defence, basically. And any Premier League team, any team really in the league, in top 5 leagues in Europe, are going to struggle if they don't have their best defenders in the lineup. So, yeah, I don't know why people are sleeping on Liverpool. I don't understand it. They're clearly a dangerous team when they're at full strength. It's a weird one for me, but it is what it is. Bago player, agreed. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I honestly think they're going to be very, very tough to catch. Bago reckons City to win. Is that right, Bago? You reckon City are going to win the league? Just make sure I haven't missed anything else. Sorry, guys. Give me 2 seconds. No, I think we're all caught up. That's good. This season, if City don't start off well, they will fall away. There are too many strong teams this season, such as United, Chelsea. Yeah, I think for me, I've got United finishing above Chelsea because my big concern, and I've said this a few times now, my big concern with Chelsea, Christopher, is that our defence is old. It's quality. It's an absolute quality defence, and we've got, since January, when Tuchel came in, since January last year, this year, sorry, not last year. What am I talking about? But since Tuchel came in from January, we've kept more clean sheets than any other team in the Premier League. So the defence is working. It's a quality defence. Can't argue that. My concern is around the age. Thiago Silva, Azpilicueta, Rudiger's getting into that tail end as well. He's not quite there yet, but he's getting towards that older age. So I think we've got a quality defence, and so long as they stay fit and healthy, we'll be fine. But I'm not 100% convinced at that age they're going to play out Europe, Premier League, and like latter stages of cup competitions and maintain top performances week in, week out. I think they're too old. I hate saying it because I absolutely love those players, and it sort of hurts me a little bit to say it about them, especially Azpi. I've got a massive soft spot for Azpi, but yeah, that's where I think we fall short. I do agree with you that you're going to need to sign as top centre half soon. Well, we've agreed personal terms with Koundé from Villarreal. He's trying to push the club to let him leave because he wants to go to Chelsea. So I think that deal will go through eventually. But I'm really keen on seeing Trevor Chalobah getting a good go at this. And to be honest, I'd love to see us buy back Tomori. I think we've made a massive mistake in selling Tomori, especially when you look at the age of our defence. I don't know why we've done it. And then Kurt Zouma. I can't understand why Kurt Zuma's not getting more time. He's younger. He's a very good defender. He's amazing in the air. Air Zouma, mate, amazing in the air. I'd love to see him get some more time. But yeah, we'll see how we go. I can't quite say that, mate. Mugmukuyor. I'm sorry if I've said that wrong at all, mate, but thank you for following. I really appreciate it, mate. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. Say hello in the chat. Chris Gomez, see you tomorrow, mate. Chris, see you then, buddy. Thanks for joining us again. I'm really appreciating your support, mate. Thank you very much. Rick, completely agree with you on our defence, Dino. It ain't La Liga. Exactly, Richard. Exactly. But yeah, as a Chelsea fan, I'd love to see Zouma play more. I'd love to see Trevor Chalobah get a go. It looks like he will do. So for anyone in here that follows Chelsea, Chalobah was on the loan list. Even when he played last week, he was still on the loan list. They've taken him off of the loan list and given him a contract extension to stay with the first team. So it looks like he's going to be given a go. Tuchel speaks very fondly of him. It looks like he's going to get a good crack. And if he keeps playing like he did last week, I think he'll maintain a starting 11 position, to be honest, which is good. We need that youth in there. He's strong, he's tall, he can shoot. And I've followed him along with the likes of Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham, Tariq Lamptey, Fikayo Tomori. I've been following them boys for years. I follow our youth academy very closely, especially that team that they came up in, because it was such a successful team. And Chalobah is quality. If we stick with him, he will smash it. I mean, and then you look at Tomori, like I said, we've made a mistake there. I don't think we should have sold him, and he's loving it. He's doing very well over at Milan. I'm glad he's playing, and I think it's a good move for his personal development because he wasn't getting played at Chelsea. But I feel like we've made a mistake there as well. So, same with Tammy to Roma. We've got a buyback clause, but if you look, Tammy wasn't getting played last year, and I can't work out why, because he had the highest amount of chances created, but he also had the highest conversion rate of any player in Chelsea last year. And we were struggling for goals, and he wasn't getting games. It blows my mind. For his age, he's one of the highest goal-to-minute ratios in Europe, in the whole of Europe. And he's gone. I think that's a Lukaku Mark II. I think in 5 years we'll be buying him back for silly money, and we'll be sitting here going, what the hell have we done there? But Christopher, Trevor was great at the weekend. He looks good. Yeah, he was. He had Zaha in his pocket, and he was very good on the ball. Good shot. 100% of take-ons completed. Played very well. For a Premier League debut, you definitely can't ask any more than that. Nick Casimo has liked the stream. Thank you, Nick. Good to see you in here again, mate. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so for me, that's what I'd love to see. I'd love to see Tomori brought back. I'd love to see Chalobah given a go. And yeah, and then if Koundé comes in, fair enough. If not, Zuma. I love Zuma. I think he's a quality player. So, but anyway, for this season, as it stands, that's where Chelsea fall short. We've got an old defence, a very good defence, but an old defence. So, for those reasons, I don't think we win the league, but we shall see. I won't have it said that I'm biased. All right. If you haven't already said hello, jump in the chat and say hello. I am getting hungry, so I'm probably going to head off soon, depending on what happens with chat. But yeah, so far so good. Good show. So obviously we'll come back on midnight tomorrow night. At the moment, it will be the Leeds-Everton game. But you guys can send me messages. Let me know in the chat, whatever it is. If you want to watch a different game, so be it. We'll watch whichever game gets the most votes. That's what I'll throw on, and I'll watch that with you guys on here at midnight. But it looks like Leeds-Everton, and yeah, we'll chat then. Chat looks like it's going a bit quiet. Fair enough. Friday night, people will have a bit of fun, so I might go grab some beers, have some dinner, and enjoy some time with the wife. So really good to see you in here again, guys. For those of you that came in and supported us, thank you so much. As I've been saying, the most pleasing thing about this stream for me so far is we've got an engagement from so many different people every stream. So to rattle off a few names, Christopher FC, I think this is the first time you've come into stream. Thanks, man. MGKR, I'm not sure how you say that name, but I'm pretty sure that's the first time you've been in the stream as well. I could be wrong, but thanks for coming in. Bago, definitely your first time in here. Hopefully you'll be back as well. And pretty much every stream we do, we end up with new people in the stream. So I'm really, really encouraged by that. And then the guys we've got coming back constantly, Peter Natsis, Chris Gomez, Dushko, Richard Randall, Nick Casimo. Yeah, it's Reece Aubrey. He's here pretty much every time. My wife Jack's pretty much every time watching. So how you doing, Reece? Good to see you, mate. Thanks for coming in again. Love you too, Bago. I'm missing you, mate. Reece, I'll be like the stream. Thanks for the like, Reece. But yeah, like I said, it's good to see the guys coming back, and it's also good to see new faces every week. And if you're enjoying it, please talk to your mates and get them in here, because believe it or not, tonight's been one of the quieter nights. If you talk to some of the guys that have been in here regularly, like I said, your Richard, your Duskos, your Reeses, and all that sort of stuff, chat has been popping off the last few streams. And we're only 5 streams in, guys, so we're killing it. We're getting close to 500 views every time. It's going really well. Christopher, I rated this show. I'll be back tomorrow night. Awesome, Christopher. Tomorrow's show will be a little bit more casual. It will be midnight, so I'll be dreary-eyed. It will just be watching the game, reacting to the game, and then obviously talking to you guys in chat. We'll see how that goes. Jimmy, another new face. Sorry, Jimmy, I didn't shout out to you, but thanks for liking the stream, mate. Another new face that hasn't been in here before. So yeah, if you're enjoying it, guys, talk to your friends, get them in here. The best part of this show is when that chat gets popping off, the banner gets going, we're having a laugh. That's when this show is peak football forum. Yeah, I love that. So, guys, again, thank you for your support. Before I go, I just want to remind you, if you're struggling, especially with this COVID stuff going on at the moment, please reach out to someone. You're not alone. Talk to your family, talk to your friends, whoever it might be. You can reach out and talk to me. I'm here for you guys as well. I'd like to say we're all a bit of a family in here, so don't try and take too much on by yourself. Seek help, yeah? So I've had my own battles with depression and stuff, and I can tell you it took me many, many years to break down the whole concept of being a man and just going to get some help. I was very stubborn, pig-headed. I'm a guy. I've just got to get on with it. It's worth getting the help, guys. So please, if you're struggling, reach out, talk to someone. Christopher, after hopefully the Reds get a win first, I'll be watching that game as well, Christopher, so we can talk about it for sure. Hopefully the Reds get a big win. I think they will. And when you're on here tomorrow night, when you're on here tomorrow night, we'll have a chat about the game. I'll be watching it, so we can have a good chat about that as well. So I might start the stream. Actually, I think if I start at midnight, I think the games kick off a bit after midnight, so we'll still have a bit of time beforehand to chat. Yuhateen Lin, thanks for liking the stream, man. For following us on Facebook, sorry. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well, mate. Really appreciate you coming along. Another new face. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Very good. So yeah. Until next time, until tomorrow night. Until tomorrow night, midnight, boys, girls, whoever else is in here. Yeah, I'll chat to you then. But talk to your friends, get them involved.